It was love at first sight or what?
No.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Are you engaged?
Actually, I don't believe in marriage.
oh,
I didn't care to even come out to him, so I just gave the letter that I wrote to my mom one night. And I remember one time I was in the living room and I was like, hey, like whichever, if I get married, like whichever go to my wedding. And she was like, no.
It's vibing with Danny and Miriam. With Danny and Miriam.
es viernes. Hey,
You thought.
viernes.
No shaking hella ass. I'm not shaking hella.
Es viernes. Y ya saben qué es.
What's going
Es
on?
noche de peda.
Oh, damn. You're getting drunk.
¡Arriba las lesbianas!
Okay, bro, not everyone's a lesbian. Calm down. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Vibin' Podcast. Yo soy tu host, and this is my co-host. I'm Danny, by the way. This is Miriam. If you guys don't know, now you know.
Las gafas aquí significan tristeza. Ah.
You didn't even have gafas on, dude.
I'm sorry. Okay. Welcome back, guys, to Vibin' with Danny and Miriam. That's Danny right there. And this is Miriam right over here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Bro, I gotta change it up, bro. My radio voice. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Bar 106.
Anyways, enough. Okay, enough. Because I'm so excited today, Danny.
Why?
Danny,
What?
I'm like stepping my game up. I'm stepping it up. Fool. I'm stepping it up. Okay.
Why?
I got us some guests tonight. Tonight, my bad. I got us some guests this morning. My bad. I'm sorry. It's Friday morning. Discúlpeme.
Yeah.
I got us some guests, and I'm so excited. They're gonna have to introduce themselves because the first time that I ever got to go on live with them, I called her Ohmadahi, and that's not how you say her name. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Danny, you're gonna join the club today.
What club? I don't know. We'll see. But
We'll see.
let them introduce themselves.
Oh my God, it's Ohmadahi. Can you please tell us how you say your guys' usernames, please?
So my middle name is Madahi. So
Madahi.
without the OH in the beginning. And in high school, my friend, that's when Twitter came about, I guess. That's when I got a Twitter. Mm-hmm. And so obviously you got to get a username. And I remember seeing usernames with numbers, and I thought I didn't like a number in my username. My friend put O in her middle name. So then I was like, oh, I'm going to put mine in my middle name too. So then I just said, Ohmadahi. And that's been my username across everything, because I forget everything like this. So like same username, same password type of energy all across.
She should have put Dory in, huh?
I should have put Dory. Oh, Dory.
do people know, like, when they search you up or when you guys are vibing on the chat on live, do they know what your name is, or do they bust a Miriam and say Ohmadahi?
So if they just come across our page, it's like they try to figure out like Ohmadahi and shit, like whatever random name they think they're reading and shit. Right. But obviously if they follow us, they know, like, okay,
yeah, I feel like if they've been around, most of them know, but if they're new, like they're always asking,
they're like, what's that? Like, how do you say that? How do you pronounce it? It's like a daily question. I thought about changing it, but I'm having a hard time letting it go.
I told her to just put Saira.
Yeah. I don't know.
But no quiere.
Yeah, it's kind of tough letting your original handle go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like you feel like you're rebranding everything, but
yes,
it's just the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Danny, vas a ver, mijo, vas a ver el rato. You're like, is it just like a Miriam, like a Ohmadahi? All right, it was an honest mistake. I thought that's how you said it. Damn. All right, so now that we got Ohmadahis out of the way, how do we say the other username?
Well, look, I just copied her. No. Well, my name is Iromy, but I feel like a lot of people just call me Romy this, Romy that. So when she started social media to begin with, but when we started doing videos and people started following me, I was like, I think I just had Iromy, which is my first name, and I was like, oh, let me copy her so I can kind of like go, like they can know us as like Ohmadahi and Romy. So because a lot of people call me Romy, I did the same thing. I just added the OH. So it just became like Ohmadahi and Romy.
Romy.
Okay.
Or the new one, Iromy.
And people are trying to mix them up right now. Can you believe that, dude?
For what?
Like trying to make one, like both combine our names.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna ask you that. There's 2 separate accounts. Which one would you say is like the main account?
Ohmadahi.
Ohmadahi.
Okay. That's where I see all the pranks, all the freaking lovey-dovey shit, all the cutesy stuff. So how did you guys start? How did all of this start? Primero, how did you guys meet? Oh my God, I want to know that story.
Well, she found me at a strip club.
That's our fake story, you know?
That's the fake story. You know, we get tired of repeating ourselves, and I get it. Like, not if we get new followers, so not everyone knows us, but we just Saira actually starts messing around and just starts doing fake stories. And of course, I have to be the stripper.
Yeah.
Like,
but
why did she make herself a stripper?
I said it was like the press and like I went to the strip club. No, but realistically, we met through a mutual friend at the Fresno County Fair. So basically, I used to live in Fresno with somebody else prior to her, and that's why we had mutual friends locally in Fresno, because I'm originally from Los Angeles. So I was already, after the breakup, I moved back to my parents. One day I came back to visit, went to the fair with the mutual friend, and that's where that friend met up with her and another person. And it's the first time we ever saw each other, pretty much.
Yeah, dude, I laid eyes on that.
Dude, I thought she was 5'2" back then, dude.
Yeah, for her, she looked taller. She looked taller too. And I was like, oh, yeah, y está el tota, you know?
I was wearing cowboy boots.
Dude, and then I came to find out it was a fucking bota she was wearing. Me engañó.
It was love at first sight or what?
No.
Oh.
For her it was.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just joking. It sounds like it was. I'm not to be cocky.
I don't know.
It sounds like it was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I believe in like love at first sight, but
well,
for sure, yeah. But for sure, I mean, at least in my part, there was an attraction, like an instant attraction. Like, you know, I was attracted to her. You know, and tell her not to be lying, dude, because she fucking ran to my DMs on Instagram right after that. Like,
I was being a hoe. Because I was in a situationship, you know.
She was being an HOE girl.
Yeah.
No, but I was being a respectful hoe.
Oh, okay. That's
okay.
That's
to be honest,
yeah, I was not being
honest,
flirty or nothing. I was just being friendly.
Well, to be honest, I thought you guys were roommates. I thought you.
Oh no, she's my sister.
Ustedes tienen like all cutesy online. How do you separate that from like what's cutesy online and what's cutesy in real life?
Obviously, like there's certain things that are more gonna be intimate, pretty much. We know like what is gonna be behind cameras or whatnot. But ever since we met, I've always been the type to record every single thing I do. So especially when I do something cute for my partner, whether obviously back then when I first met her, we didn't have a platform for me to upload it. I have a few old ones on Twitter back then where I like started posting them every now and then, but since videos weren't like a real huge thing, vertical videos weren't a huge thing, I didn't see it as something that I would just do to upload. I would just record to have. I just record everything. So every cutesy little thing is on camera, whether I post it or not, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's not romantic no matter what, girl.
Yeah.
Dang, mírala bien romántica.
Yeah. No, honestly, hay veces que los comments say, oh, she only did it for.
Oh, really?
She only did it. I've seen a few like, or like she only did it for the views. She only did it because she recorded. Like, do you do this without recording it? I'm like, I've done it without uploading it, but I record it regardless. I like to keep memories. Like, I'm a simp. I like to see emotion. I like to see everything, you know, like that's how I am. And I've always been like that prior to social media.
Yeah, like when we first met, yeah, there was no TikTok, and obviously we didn't have a YouTube yet. But she just had Twitter, and I remember the first time she created like this video, because before she used to live in LA, so she used to come every weekend to Fresno.
Long distance.
Yeah, we started off long distance. So I remember one day she made like this. You can still see it. It's all grainy and shit. That's how old it is.
Quality, like
quality, not
like
Miriam.
Like Miriam's. Fuck.
Vas a ver, Ohmadahi, vas a ver. Vas a ver.
Oh shit. We're on a low budget, bro. Chill.
Oh my God. Pero cuando agarra mis luces bien pinches perronas van a ver. Cuando agarra mis luces bien perronas.
Oh,
Joe.
No, but I remember, yeah, she made this like video, and it's her like traveling from like LA to Fresno, and then she surprised me for my birthday. And I remember I was like, wow, like she's romantic. Like I don't think anybody has ever like put this much effort for me, you know? I don't know. So, and then besides las pendejadas que miramos también, besides the cutesy, we're exactly the same like that, like once the cameras are off too. And that's how it actually started, you know? Like,
yeah.
So yeah, YouTube is something that Saira always wanted to do, but I was not okay with it. You know, at first I was not okay with like putting my life out there, I guess, or like my face, you know. Social media can be a cruel too. Mm-hmm. So I didn't like people knowing. I was more of a private person, you know. So when she asked me if we wanted to do YouTube, at first I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't want to. You can do it. I'm not going to come out.
It was like, all right, it's over. Bye.
I just wanted you for content.
No, yeah. No, yeah, we don't. I don't want to get sidetracked. Like, but yeah.
No, that was gonna be our next question too. Like, how did it all start too, or who wanted to start the whole social media content creating? Y pues, ¿quién tenía la idea? Who had the cutesy idea to record?
It was me,
the director.
No, it was me. From beginning of time, like I remember since the first time I ever got a computer, dial-up internet and stuff, YouTube started becoming a thing, but it was more of like music and lyrics. Back then I was in elementary. I remember I wanted to start a channel then, but I wanted to do music lyrics. Did I do it? No, I never did it because of lack of resources, lack of like respaldo from my parents. I'm a little kid, you know, like my parents needed to create an account. Todas esas cosas, pues. Yeah. So then it went into high school where I wanted to do it again. Like the itch was there, but now it's vlogs because, you know, at that time now, like the vlogs started coming about. And I have a video with my best friend because we vlogged, we tried setting up the camera and todo, full of bloopers. It's like really funny to look at. Never made it up. But I never actually did it because I wasn't out of the closet to my family. So I just didn't want to, I wasn't ready to be out on YouTube because I wasn't out like fully. Like, you know, like no puedo ser yo on video to everybody else because I'm hiding from my parents. So I didn't do it then until I was with her. And I pulled up to the house with a new camera, all happy, Best Buy, you know, super deal steal, open box steal type of vibes, you know, like my first little camera. And then she gave me hell, dude, like, no, que eso no, like it wasn't for her, yada yada. And I was so sad. Me salí llorando de la casa. Our first little apartment, I was like, so I was really, really like sad. Like, I guess shocked that she didn't want to have like my back or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I just feel like she didn't support that decision.
She was in her doña vibe, huh?
Yeah,
dude,
that doña vibe.
This is 19 and shit.
I don't know why I didn't want people knowing about me. Nah, I don't know. I can't even explain because that was like so long ago. Like, I can't even explain why I felt so strong about it. Like, why I was so against it. Like, no, honestly, because
this was 2016, 2017.
So 2017.
Keep in mind, TikTok wasn't a thing. Like, YouTube wasn't what it is now. That much, you know. It was like the starting.
It was a
feel like,
starting. Yes.
yeah, like once the influencers started popping off, I don't know. I think the time frame, maybe.
I don't know. I just felt more like my privacy was gonna be invaded. I don't know. You know? But yeah, so eventually she agreed. We agreed to just having I think I talked to my friends. Honestly, I did have a conversation with my friends, and they kind of knocked some sense into me that like, oh, you should just be there, like support her. And I'm like, oh my God, for real. Like I guess I was so caught up in how I felt about it that I didn't think about her feelings, you know, and something I should have done. I mean, eventually I did, and we ended up agreeing like she's gonna do YouTubes, but I wasn't gonna be in them. It's kind of how it started. And then one day she asked me, oh, do you mind being in this video with me? And then I was like, sure. And nunca me salí, amiga.
So
she kept inviting me.
Le gustó la cosa, too.
So was it
find
just
out she
vlogs?
was the star the whole time.
Was it just vlogs?
It was actually more challenges and more pranks.
A lot more pranks and challenges.
Now we do more vlogs, but it started with challenges and pranks.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was popping in the day?
Yeah,
I was trying to just grow the page because I didn't have YouTube, so I was like, at the time, I need to do pranks. I need to do like challenges.
There was no TikTok, so like
no TikTok, yeah.
So it was just like Instagram and YouTube, you know. So she was just trying to, you know, YouTube is hard. It's hard.
It is very hard.
So she was just, that's what was in a lot. It was pranks and challenges. So that's what she was trying to do to like, you know, get more followers and get us out there. So that's how I started on YouTube.
And did you guys see growth?
We had growth, but it was definitely not. It was slow and steady growth. We had like, I think but that was when we put the most effort. Like we were doing giveaways. We were putting like setting time aside for videos left and right. You know, like
we literally did videos all the time. I felt
it was a different time, definitely. Like now TikTok is so much easier, obviously, to grow. So back then, I feel like we worked more for less of the growth. Yeah, but that's how I started.
And then TikTok started because we went to Seattle. We went to Seattle for Saira's birthday, and it was like towards the end of like the pandemic, so not a lot of people were out and about yet. So I remember we took a trip, so it's kind of like lonely, and we were in the hotel room, and out of nowhere, Saira just like again, she records everything. She decided to just pull out her phone and record me, and then she had asked, what did you ask me?
Do you still get butterflies?
Oh yeah, do you still get butterflies with me or whatever? And then I guess it was the way I responded that's like the video that kind of started blowing up for us on TikTok.
Nice. How did you respond?
What I said, sí, pero mariposas de cuando me encabronas or some shit like that, de enojo.
More like elefantes.
Yeah, like I was stupid, you know.
Yeah.
Has a prank ever gone too far?
Yes.
Yes, there was one on YouTube that went a little too far because
there's been two. Like a couple prank that made it onto YouTube, and then there's been a prank as a group that never made it onto YouTube. Yeah. Like with the friend groups.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We've talked about it. It just
Danny's like,
ooh, that's
dime.
Yeah, I did a car accident prank on her one time for YouTube. And my little brother is very good with Photoshop, so
A1.
A1. I sent him a picture of obviously my car, told him to make it look like I got into a wreck, and I took a picture of the street that's by our house, and he kind of put it together, and I sent it to her and like, hey, like come, like, you know. And well, she started after I came clean. Long story short, after I came clean that I wasn't, because when she pulled up, I was already in a grocery parking lot. My car, they towed it away, you know. So she just went to pick me up, and we're in her car, and then.
And then just told me, just kidding, but I was crying.
She was crying, yeah.
Like you hurt her feelings.
Why would you do that to me?
Mira, ya está llorando. Ya la hiciste llorar otra vez. Nomás el recuerdo.
Todavía me acuerdo, me duele. Traumatized. No. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's been, and then there was a friend one, but that one,
That was South. It was one of our friends' birthday. She got a house in Fontana, like Airbnb, just to kick it for the weekend. And this girl, my best friend, decided to prank me. And we were drinking. So the prank was that both of them were getting, like, fighting.
But the fight se hizo real, amiga.
Yeah, like, the fight escalated. And now there's, like, other people getting involved, like the other friends that were there with us, too. One of them ended up, like, rolling over the couch. You know, like, why? Who knows how?
Damn, bro.
Danny, play the fighting sound. Play the fighting sound.
Dude, I have little clips that every now I should pull up one of these days, but you just see Iromy, like, it's because Iromy, like, once she blacks out, like, we call her.
Yo en 7 días ni siquiera me acordaba.
Se llama Patricia. That person.
She's long gone though. She's long gone.
Well, that day she was.
You guys are not cool with her no more?
Nah, I'm not cool with her.
She's not invited anymore, dude.
She's not invited.
Yeah. But pretty much. Todos borrachos, cada quien with their own fight in their head type of deal.
Y Saira encabronada.
Y yo peleada, dude, like, I'm like, my friends, my girlfriend, like, there it goes. Like, now I'm in the middle.
Danny, post it.
I will look for it. It's so long too. Noise complaints y todos nos sacaron.
Damn. That's fucked up, dude. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Danny and I on his wedding night. Ding, ding, ding.
No mames. You're gonna prank me by eating my Jack in the Box and shit? What?
Wait, are you engaged?
Just kidding.
Yeah, I am. Yes.
You're engaged?
Yeah.
Oh,
congrats.
How long ago?
2 years ago. It's been a minute, dog.
Wait, Ohmadahi's laughing a little too hard because that's one of the biggest questions that she gets online.
Yeah, bring it back to her.
Yeah. Danny, ask it.
Are you engaged?
Let's see. No, amigo.
No, actually, I don't believe in marriage.
Oh shit! No, for real?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
Bro,
all right, I'm gonna head out.
I wait.
Let's No, yeah, we get that. That's like the question of the fucking day, every single day. We recently, Saira again, recently started making stories up that we already got married.
Period.
Yep.
Period.
Honestly, well, I'm gonna speak for my part. Saira doesn't want me to propose first. That's literally my excuse.
I don't think the question was for you, honey bunches.
No, they said, are you engaged? They didn't say for who.
Yeah. After I asked him if he was engaged.
Oh, I'm answering before you answer.
I see that one.
Go ahead.
Are we getting pranked right now?
Are we?
We start fighting.
Fucking putazos and shit.
Girl, you're gonna get more than 200 views.
Let him get up.
Okay, you can answer then. Go.
Take it away. No, well,
you're sweating already. Calmate.
She's like, fuck this question.
Fuck. Yeah, we're just not engaged. I don't know what to say.
All right.
No. I do have something to say. Okay, there was a time in my life where the thought was very, very, very heavy, to the point where I even reached out to the closest friend of hers, and like I talked to her about it, and like, you know, we were like in the talks, and the friend had a task. She needed to find out like what kind of ring she wanted. The friend came back to me and she didn't tell me what ring she wanted. She told me that my girl wasn't getting ready to get married. That she didn't think we were ready to get married at the time. And that time in our relationship, she was in nursing school, like there was a lot going on. But so ever since then, now I'm just honestly I'm waiting for like that you know that itch que te da, like what that same itch that I had that first time that I just wanted to do it.
I fucked
I
up,
want
guys.
it now. Like I'm waiting for it. You know, she kind of fucked up. No, she didn't mess up. I think she did.
No,
right.
I think everything happens for a reason, and we definitely were not ready then. Like even our relationship wasn't like solid. You know, like around that time we were having a lot of issues as well, and that doesn't mean I didn't love her, but I knew that we weren't ready. You know, I don't know. To me, it's like my parents are divorced, so I kind of my perspective is like I want just to get married once and once only, and hopefully it's like that. But yeah, we definitely were not solid. So, and I answered her, you know, I knew eventually she was asking for a reason. Like my friend is not that slick. But yeah, girl, ahora me estás haciendo esperar.
No, I mean, next time she's like, can you scratch my back? I have an itch. Be like, no, maybe that's the itch you need. Maybe that's
Don't back, bro.
Don't scratch her back.
Like, no, guys. No, there's a vision that I have, and that vision is at the moment cannot be completed, so we are gonna wait.
That's good. When you're ready.
Remember, I'm a simp, you guys. Like, just wait, relax.
I think she's a simp, guys.
She's a simp, guys. I think she's a simp.
I guess he forgot. Okay. You think I'm not gonna marry her? You think ¿Qué piensan, güey?
If you guys need someone to sing at your wedding or like the proposal, like I may know someone que sabe cantar. Just I don't know, just throw it out there.
I might not be available.
Tú cantas pero regacho. So calm down.
Me on blast, dude.
Yo canto en el shower, solamente.
Y también feo, bro.
También feo.
Igual que Dani.
Dude, don't sing in front of Miriam.
Maybe feel.
Shut up.
Yeah. Aquí andamos 8 years, 7 years later. 7 years later. It feels like
What year did you guys get together? 2017?
Yeah.
Yes, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while for sure.
Y'all still love each other? Or no?
What?
So y'all still love each other or no?
Not anymore. Like it's a little fading away.
She's like, that's why I don't get that itch. But yeah, I don't know. We've been together for 7 years. We barely turned 7 years in August. So
congratulations.
Barely.
August what, if we can know?
Huh?
August what?
August 5th.
Oh, interesting.
Why?
I'm just saying.
Why are you so invested? Why you want to know what day?
Yo, August también, 8 years.
Oh,
okay.
8 years and 2 engaged. I mean, pretty much we're on the same plate here, no?
So in other words, Danny, you're no one to talk.
Yeah, like
you're no one to talk.
¿Por qué abrí la boca?
La única que puede hablar aquí soy yo. La única que puede hablar aquí soy yo. Yo estoy casada. No me hablen.
Early.
What the fuck? Así soy yo. I don't fake the funk.
How long have you guys been dating for?
Who?
Miriam?
Oh, how long did you guys date it for?
We got engaged like a year and a half in.
Oh wow.
And then we were engaged for 2 years.
Okay.
We've been together for 5.
Together for 5.
Yeah. We're going on 2 years of marriage. Wait, where's my math? The math ain't mathing right now. we're going on 2 years of being married in November.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thanks,
guys. Thanks. I had the
itch.
Like
the married life?
I had the itch early. I had the itch early on.
Very early.
Yeah, Miriam said, dude, Miriam just met her. Yeah, you want to marry me?
No, homegirl never left. She never left my house, dude. Ahí sí se la quedó. She's like, so we're together now. I'm gonna bring the U-Haul full of my stuff. I know. So let's get serious.
Oh
shit.
How's it? How is the support when it comes to doing all this social media stuff?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Damn.
Full circle from friends, from family. Both are families, both are circles. They're always very supportive.
I mean, my friends are the ones that convince me.
Yeah, pretty much. When her friends come over, like even my friends are always like the ones like, oh, why don't you guys don't go live more often? Now we're going live more often as of like a month or so ago, but the previous 4 or 5 years, I don't know, like we just kind of like treated it as a hobby more of. Now it's getting more real and like more, I'm treating it more like a full-time job now. It's a full-time job. So we're being more consistent, being more on live. But during the time where we weren't, our friends would pull up and like, why aren't you guys going on live? You guys need to go on live or start doing challenges so and so and this and this and that. And like when I pull up to my parents' house with the camera, anybody's house, my tias, my grandma's, with the camera, they're all very open to the camera, like not slapping anything around or fuchi faces.
They even grab it to record.
Like when I'm out and about with them, like if they see my camera laying around, I randomly see somebody like vlogging for me. Yeah, so they're very supportive all around, including hers.
And that's really nice, actually. Never thought about maybe some people don't have that support system,
Mm-hmm.
So that's really nice. But yeah, lately we've been a little more active. I feel like our growth on TikTok's, well, growth in general has been really slow, and it obviously reflects, it's all about consistency. And I feel like our 9 to 5 job really like got to us, especially to me at least. Like once I'm mentally done, I'm mentally done. And then so most of the time I would come home and she'll be like, let's go live. And I'll be like, nah, like, even though I don't put up a front, it's still like socializing, like having a conversation, entertaining. And it's just like, sometimes I'm like, no, I'm tired. But at the time she didn't feel like, I don't know, why wouldn't you do it?
Back then I wouldn't like to go alone because since the TikTok blew up because of her, and I took that and I went with it. So I started doing videos of the same concept, asking her random questions. And so the times where I wanted to go live and she didn't want to, she'd always say, go, you could do it. It's your TikTok, or is this not? But then I'd go by myself and then, we're only here for Iromy. Like, we only like Iromy. We like Iromy only. Where's Iromy? Like, it's just you, like, like those kind of comments. Now, because I guess there was a point where I started incorporating myself more. Now it's not like that at all. So now I don't care. I enjoy it without her or with her. But back then I just couldn't. Like, it was like, ¿pa qué nada más me voy a sentar ahí to see rejection from literally everyone? Like, it was just like, sin ella, like I couldn't show up pretty much.
She was a star.
I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, she was the star, dude.
Girl, but I showed up. I rolled up my sleeves.
She said, I showed up.
I showed up and I told them, no, don't be like that, people. No. Literally, there was a point where I had to be like, guys, like you can't be like that. Like, I'm like, ahora no les voy a salir para nada, but no, I would see like it is hurtful, So I would see that it even though she would try not to show it, it did hurt her feelings. Mm-hmm. So I had to like tell them something at some point, because I'm like, it hurts me to see her like that, and it's like there wouldn't be an Ohmadahi or no Iromy without me or without her, you know what I mean? Like we're a freaking team, and we have a platform thanks to both of us, so
yeah, dude, she's my coworker.
I thought she was your roommate.
She was my roommate.
Are you guys both full-time on social media?
No,
I'm not.
I recently went full-time.
I still have my 9 to 5.
How was that transition? Like you going full-time and you working a 9 to 5?
At first, obviously it was scary. It was a little but when I put in my notice, I did a month notice. Actually, I did a month notice because I was like, okay, let me make sure that it's not an impulsive thing where today I'm having a bad day and I'm just like being impulsive. So I gave myself that month where I can still like, hey, just kidding, you know, like I'm gonna stay. But no, dude, like that month was the longest month of my life. Like I was waiting for that thing, especially because I didn't announce it. I was planning on keeping it on the DL for a while, but people catch on so quick. So they caught on literally maybe 2 weeks in. I don't know, but
yeah, like you've been home more often.
Yeah,
you've
like
been doing this more often. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
these
are
people
you
are better.
a stay-at-home mask? Like they make me feel like a mantenida. Like, I'm like, oh my god. Like estos piensan que estoy mantenida aquí.
Tienes
Seriously.
sugar.
Yeah, you know, sugar. Yeah. It was scary, but I'm glad I did it. It definitely pushes me a lot more.
Yes, and it's showing. It definitely is. I see her hard work. Like she has been like recording more or being more creative. She's been way more creative for sure.
Well, no manches, dude. The corporate world, the 8 to 5 guy. Oh Lord, Jesus.
It takes half of your life.
No, it takes a toll of you. Like even if it's an office job, because I've worked in office jobs all my life pretty much. Yeah, you're sitting down for 8 hours because my brother's construction worker and he's always counting on me because I say that I'm drained after work. It's draining. Like it takes a toll on your brain and your mental health or whatever, whatever. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying now, but I'm just yapping.
Mentally draining.
Yeah, that.
And how long have you been full time already?
2 months going on 3.
Oh,
no,
you're
barely going on 2.
Barely going on 2
on
months.
2.
Also recently then.
It feels long.
Yeah, I think her last day was like in the middle of July.
Yeah, mid-July,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the best feeling though. Like saying, peace out, dog. Influencer.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It was a lot more scary than good though. I would say this is my second time quitting, by the way. I've quit before
for social media.
To work. I've quit my job prior in 2021, and I didn't work for a little over a year. I didn't work for a little over a year, but that year me confié, like I don't know si me entró depresión, me entró todo menos the work ethic. No tenía like I did creativity. I didn't want to be behind the videos. I didn't want to record. I didn't want to deal with editing. I didn't want to do anything. I don't know if it was comfort because I think maybe like me confié like, oh shit, like yeah la hice, you know. I don't know what it is, but I ended up digging myself into a hole. I got into depression, like very depressed, and I got a job and I worked for a year before I quit again.
So what would you tell anyone that's trying to go to social media full time? Like for me, for instance, I recommend, I don't know, see a steady income and then maybe, you know, say, you know what, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna do this full time. What made you decide, you know what, this is it, this is my moment? What's best advice you would give to your followers watching this or anyone that wants to do social media?
I made my decision obviously based on being able to pay my bills and then some. And what really did it, what I noticed that I was making obviously more than I doubled what my job was paying me. So I was like, okay, so I can use these 8 hours doing the same thing I do after work. And maybe I can increase that even more, you know, like I was just thinking numbers in a way. And then too, since we had our manager hit us up on June wanting us to go to a Dodger stadium, like we're gonna get a suite or whatever for what, I don't know, I don't remember what event it was exactly, but we're gonna get a suite. We couldn't go because of our jobs. Like her manager was out, she definitely couldn't take the day off. My coworkers were out for whatever reason. I was the only one in the office in my department, so I couldn't go. And that's literally that was the last straw to me, and that's when I put my notice. After that, I was like, okay, well, it's holding me back now, so let me just put in my notice. But definitely, like, make sure you can live comfortably and not sweating, because it's a creative block when you're doing that, pretty much, because you're just looking at your numbers.
Yeah, Miriam.
Yeah. Stop. I'm back to my 9 to 5.
What?
No,
Hey, I just want to say, ain't nothing wrong with that either. Ain't
I
nothing.
know.
It's not. It's
I
not.
went back to amiga. Look,
Let's go get this bread.
Saira went back to amiga.
I went back too. I went back.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. See, that's what. Danny, why are you so negative, bruh?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I spilled my coffee twice in 2 weeks. It's fine.
Yeah. Amiga, I saw that.
The funny thing is that I have funny stories now, Danny. What you got?
Hey, I
A
got
busted chair, so be quiet.
wow.
Not them watching us fight.
I know, yeah. It's not a prank.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
We're here for it.
Well,
Well,
I don't want to be a part of this podcast anymore.
it's a prank.
Tomatoes.
They get scared. They're like,
They walk out.
Well,
you think
I still have a 9 to 5. I'm with you.
How's
girl.
that?
I'm with you.
how's that? How do you like it?
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just the face here. Like editing, I can't. I just can't. I hate editing. I don't have that creative mind to have the creative mind or the patience to like put it together, make it, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Saira's so good. I see her doing it, and she's fucking fast. Like, and I'm like, what are you deleting? What are you putting? Like, I am so confused, and I just don't get it. But like, I do come up with ideas like, oh, hey, we should do this. Like, I do help her in that way. Like, we should do this, we should do that. Or if she needs me, even if I'm like mentally drained after work, like, aquí estoy, you know? But I feel like because I lack on the putting videos together or editing and all that, I feel like that's why I'm not fully focused on my social media like that. And for now, I just kind of want to focus on Saira's like Ohmadahi. I want to focus on the page that's us, you know, like which is her account. Mm-hmm. I want to focus on my podcast. I kind of just want to put my energy towards that. Not really. I can't do it all, so I don't really want to do it 9 to 5 and then get Instagram, get TikTok, and my podcast. And right now, I feel like my podcast is my baby. So I kind of just want to focus on that, and then Saira's social platforms, and then eventually maybe I'll, you know, the goal is to eventually do it too, but de poquito a poquito. But honestly, like I said before, like I used to get home and I was like, no, I don't want to go live, or no, I don't want to do this, and I feel like that's why also our growth has been so slow, because we would like really get into it and then stop, you know, and then we all know social media is all about consistency. So that we were not helping each other out, you know, we were not consistent at all. It was just kind of like cuando nos daba gana, you know what I mean? But I feel like as of recently, like this year, I'm gonna say this year, we've been more on it. And I actually feel like, because I'm not that it took this many years, but for the first time ever, I'm actually enjoying it. You know, like I enjoy coming up with ideas and helping her out, because it requires a team. You know, before it was mainly just me going in front of the camera, you know, now it's kind of like collabing with her, like an ideas, or just being ready. Like if she says, hey, let's go live, I'm like, I look forward to it now. You know, I'm enjoying it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it took me this long, or I mean, I don't know. I don't have answers, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and maybe it wasn't our time back then.
No, I think a lot of it is because it's a couples content. So obviously two of us were co-workers, so we're living each other, we're dating each other, and now we're learning how to work with each other. So back then, dude, así cada rato, like if something no salía bien, like,
oh yeah,
¿y tú qué tanta risa ya, güey?
I'm just smiling because you're like, we're co-workers.
Yeah, it feels like that way. It feels like we finally learned how to
work with each other. Because before it's like, oh, let's do this TikTok, right? Because the random ones is that before she used to ask me questions, come up to me and ask me questions, and I think that's how our TikTok started, is because people like the way I respond. So that's easy, you know. And then after we started getting into it more, sometimes we were like again, I don't have much patience. So sometimes we will be doing something y al último we're like, I don't want to do it. We would get frustrated. You know, we didn't know how to work with each other when it came to like creating content. Now we finally got the
or
hang.
sharing ideas, because she'd give me ideas and I would brush her off and she'd get mad at me, obviously, con toda razón. But it's because mi muchachita aquí, she was like on fucking DIY cooking channels and stuff. And so her ideas back then were not like antes. She did not know nothing about trends. She didn't know like things about that. So you could imagine like qué ideas traía la doña.
La doña.
La doña.
She'd be like,
she'd
hey.
get mad at me, and then I get mad, and then ni modo.
She'd be like, hey babe, let's build a bench today.
Let's build a bench today.
Random ideas.
Hey babe, I heard if you mix Fabuloso with Clorox, deja los toilets bien limpiecitos.
No, well, the food ones are mainly her. Like, babe, I want to try this from Costco. We should make a video trying the birria from the Costco. Like, that is all hers. So I still get, you know, like I let her. I take
now she listens to me.
I'm like, all right, let's do it. Whatever.
No, but you know, now I'm not Solonia, I promise. Now I stay on the trends now.
Ay, mírala.
Yeah, muy up to date.
Muy influencer.
La Gen Z.
There was this video, Danny, I don't know if you saw this. There's this video where she walks in, she's like, ahí viene la doña. Y doña with her walking into the house, dude. You call her doña, te pasa.
Dude, it's because a veces, like, I know she's in her 20s, but a veces she sounds 50 a veces. A veces.
Con todo respeto.
Con respeto. Respeto. Respeto.
Hay que tener respeto.
I do want to ask the tough question, because obviously I'm part of the LGBTQ community. Like, was that really hard for either one of you? Like, what's your guys' story on that? If it's okay to ask, you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Yeah. Well, I'll start because mine is very much shorter than hers. I don't know. The only person I was actually scared to come out in the entire world is literally just my dad. It was just my dad, right? But my mom and me have always been really close, especially because we were both scared of my dad. He tenía un carácter, right? He had a very strong personality, like attitude. So my mom always had my back on a lot of things. And my first girlfriend was actually when I was 14 years old.
Tan chiquita?
Tan chiquita.
Wow.
So that was my first girlfriend. And I remember just randomly, you know, I was on Facebook. It was like on Facebook thing. Like I pulled up her picture and I told my mom, I was like, oh, mom, she's pretty, huh? And my mom was like, oh, yeah, whatever, you know, like that. I was like, oh, she's my girlfriend. That's literally how I came out to my mom. And she was like, I mess around with my mom a lot. So she thought I was kidding. She's like, that's pendeja, da da da, like laughing and like kind of brushed me off. And I was like, okay. And my mom had her close one was lesbian, or is lesbian, right? So I remember we were gonna go watch the fireworks. It was the 4th of July, and she was taking her friend and my brother. And I decided to invite my girlfriend. I was like, okay, well, she doesn't believe me. Maybe if I show her that I'm not lying.
Amiga, ¿estás bien?
So I brought my girlfriend around. Obviously, I wasn't like over there macking it down. I could tener respeto. But yeah, I invited my girlfriend, and from there she believed me. But she never told my dad. She never ratted me out. And then I don't know, you know, from there I just brought, you know, I got older, obviously, as an adult, and I would bring my partner around my family. And I mean, none of my family, thankfully, I had a good experience. None of my family ever told me anything at all, you know, like I had it really easy. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm grateful that I did. And then with my dad, he knows now, but we don't talk about it. So my dad left to Mexico when I was 18. When I graduated, as soon as I graduated high school, my dad left to Mexico. And but I still had all his family on social media, and I've never hid my relationships, especially obviously now that we're out more with Saira. He found out through his sisters, because I have them. I mean, I knew he was gonna find out, but I didn't feel the need to tell him because he wasn't here. I hadn't seen him in 10 years, so I was like, well, he's not here. He doesn't even know who I am now, so what's the point of telling him? I mean, at least that's how I felt. And yeah, well, I think he found out in 2021. And he never brought it up to me. He confronted my brother about it, but not me. So I don't know. I guess my dad knows, but we just don't talk about it. And then, well, other than that, I had a great experience. My family, all of my family has been very supportive and has always been there for me. And they've never told me anything. And I'm sure there's family members, they don't like it, but they don't tell me,
Oh,
so
there's always gonna be those people.
There's always gonna be those people. So I'm
Which is cool,
Yeah. As long as they don't tell me anything, it's not like they pay my bills. Saira had a harder time though.
Yeah. I ended up telling my parents when I was 18, I want to say, if not 17 going 18, but that year, I did it in a letter form because I didn't want, like, I couldn't see myself verbally saying it. Like, it's just so hard for me, especially because I was really, really, really scared. My parents are very traditional, very, typical Mexicans. Specifically, I was scared of my dad because growing up, obviously, you hear the homophobic comments in my traditional Mexican household, at least. So I never really expected him to come around ever. I didn't care to even come out to him, so I just gave the letter that I wrote to my mom one night, and I ran back to the living room, and I was just kind of like waiting to see qué va a pasar. And my mom kind of just came out a few minutes after, and she's like, "Is this true? Like, qué es esto?" In the letter, I kind of just put like, hey, the typical, like, I didn't want to disappoint you, but this is who I am. And like I said, I came out as bi because it was just easier for me to come out as bi than as full-on lesbian. I guess I was easing them into it. I don't know why it was easier. To me at the time, I thought, okay, like, I like girls, but there's hope. Like, I can still be with the guy, relax, no se enojen tanto. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's how it came out to her. And then she, right away, she's like, we gotta go tell your dad. And he was in the room. And there's no way I'm not gonna tell him. There was no way I was gonna tell him. I honestly thought my dad was gonna hit me, like kick me out. I legit thought he was gonna do that. But my mom told him. He came out again, and he kind of just had like a empty look in his face, and he said that under his roof I was not allowed to be gay. In other words, I just couldn't bring any girl home from that moment on. I was never able to bring any girl home. Obviously, like, that day was very emotional. That night they cried, I cried, we all cried. I just don't want to get like ahorita toda llorona. No quiero llorar, because every time I tell the story, I don't know why, like, it just freaking hits me like a rock. Because there was like after that day, it was just no seas llorona, man.
Say a joke right now.
Show me the tears. Show me the tears.
No, like, just the next 5 years of my life were like very distant from them, because I had to, obviously I couldn't bring anybody home, so I had to hide that part of me. I ended up moving out that same year because it was so uncomfortable in the house. It was very like hostile. Not that they would disrespect me or say anything, it's just the energy, because it was the elephant in the room. They obviously continued to take care of me, and like, if I were to call them once I already lived here in Fresno, like, they were there. Doors were always open there for me, but it was never like a good like parent and daughter relationship because of that one reason. And I used to tell my mom, like, I would never try with my dad, but I would try with my mom to bring it up every now and then because I had hope during those 5 years. And I remember one time I was in the living room and I was like, hey, like whichever if I get married, like whichever go to my wedding. And she was like, no, right? Like straight up no, like that's not okay type of stuff. And it went on for a few years till I met her. So I met her, and I remember when I was with her, like I was so scared to bring her home. Like I didn't want my mom to disrespect her because at one point I brought the other prior girl over, and I didn't bring her fully in the house because I didn't want to disrespect their household, but I didn't want to be rude to her and like make her wait in the car outside. I don't know. So we're just kind of like in the yard waiting around. My mom got home and she hugged me, said hi to me, and completely walked past her at the time and just went inside of the house. And she obviously was so embarrassing. Like I wanted to be buried alive that day, pretty much. I was embarrassed. So I didn't want the same thing to happen with her. But before taking her over, this time I kind of like gave them a heads up. Luckily, it kind of, I don't know if it was the time, I don't know if it was the person, I don't know what it was, but that's when my mom started having like a change of heart. I don't know if it was her sisters maybe in her ear, because I ended up coming out to the family. Social media obviously did some help with that. But she came around. She slowly came around with her specifically while I was dating her. And after she came around, my dad came around. And ever since, everyone else outside of my parents has been very supportive though. Like her sisters, her mom, my grandma, like everybody except them two. My siblings, very open from the start, except them two till now. It was like very, very rough 5 years.
Until 5 years ago, pretty much.
2020?
I don't know. When like 28, this started coming around like 2019, I think.
I don't remember, but yeah, it was rough. But now we're all good. It's all happy, rainbows and butterflies. And I remember one time I texted my mom and I was like, hey, like if I get married now, would you come to my wedding? And she said, of course, like I wouldn't miss it. So dude, I'm over here like, fuck. I never thought I would hear, that pretty much, but that's it.
Not me crying.
Arriba las lesbianas!
I can't say arriba,
the one
dude.
that shook me the most is my dad.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, she gets more shocked about her dad, but honestly, I feel like I didn't give her dad chance to hate me. Like,
no, it's not. You gotta keep in mind it wasn't the person; it was me.
But yeah, like from day one, like I started hugging him. He would extend his arm, and I was like, "No, yo soy abrazo," And I feel like, the dad came around with time, obviously, but me as like a relationship with me and him, I feel like I just didn't give him a chance to hate me.
Charisma.
I appreciate you sharing that. I tend to ask those questions just because, like, obviously, it's really hard, especially in our culture. Thankfully, there is, families like over here, Miss. No me pasó nada a mí. Yo estaba bien contenta.
I know, dude.
No.
But it's a pretty good thing that there's like a balance. You know what I mean? Like you were probably the person that needed to be there for her during that hard time, and that's, imagine if you just didn't understand just because you didn't understand it. You weren't like, ay, ¿por qué eres tan llorona ya? Pues like no, it's and it's also good to kind of see like. I had no freaking idea. I didn't know que iba a llorar con ella también. That's because people portray to be so happy online and people don't really know what we really do go through. And that's kind of crazy to be like, oh, I've been doing social media for this amount of time. I guarantee you most of your followers didn't really know about that. And thank you for answering it. I know it's a very hard question and I know it puts us in a vulnerable spot, but I love to educate people and parents and families and and other people también que it could be really easy, but it can also be really hard también.
Yeah, and it's different in every household because también there's obviously a lot of people that want advice and they want us to tell them how to do it, and it's like, no, like todos tenemos vida diferente, we all have different parents, we all have different lifestyles, it's all a different scenario, like it's not going to be the same results, you know, so, and it's never going to be the right time either, pretty much. I specifically chose 18 because at that time I already had a job. I knew that in high school I wasn't, because I was expecting to get kicked out. So it's like, nah, primero trabajo, chequecito listo para el apartamento. Like, no lista, thinking ahead. But yeah.
But congratulations. I think that's really cool to be able to hear your mom say, like, sí, yo voy a ir.
Yeah,
you know, I think that's really cool.
Miss it. I'm like, damn.
No, ya no llores, amiga. Ya, por favor, soy bien chillona. Danny, hit us with a light question.
I was my one like fun question was, do you guys have like social media pet peeves?
Give me an example. Do you have one?
Maybe like when people fake their content for me.
Oh.
Sorry, no shade.
No. That's been like our thing. Like the reason I feel like that's another we have always said. I feel like another reason why kind of like, I mean, we try. It's hard, right? Like social media is so hard not trying to compare yourself, right? It's kind of like you see other people doing better, or like they were like right behind you and now they passed. It can be hard. It can be like, what am I doing wrong? Are we not doing something right? Maybe we're not meant for this, because we have, you know, thought about giving up so many times. And then I don't know, for some reason something keeps us going. I don't know. It's just we enjoy, well, for my part, is that I enjoy in it. Like, I don't know, like letting go of our people, you know, our little small community. It kind of like hurts. I can't just let go of it now, even though sometimes I'm just like, oh, I want to give up. All I want to do is just live a regular life and just stress about my 9 to 5 and not stress about 2 things. But that's been one thing that we have always said, like, we don't like faking anything. So everything we post has always been like natural reactions.
It's because you know those videos where you know they're clearly like not, but they actually it's because my pet peeve is that the creator goes up and says that it's real. Mm-hmm. Get me? Like, it's one thing doing the videos and like it's your skits or it's your thing, but you're kind of like open and like, no, we just they're staged. Yeah, they're like, you know, we actually staged this or this and this and that. Or there's another thing, like it's so clear to you that this could have not happened like this, but they just want to say that, I guess, in a way. But I wouldn't say a pet peeve. Like, I guess I don't pay attention to it. It's not even in my algorithm anymore. I don't know.
It could be también something like, I don't know, something you guys have or you guys go through every day. I don't know, live, fucking, I don't know, your workflow.
My pet peeve is the number one question is they ask us, when is the wedding? When is the wedding? When is the wedding?
Shit, sorry.
Like, they're gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
That one honestly is my number one. Like, oh my God. Like,
no. Not when's the wedding? When are you gonna propose?
Well, to me, it's when's the wedding. That was
on live. No, I know you guys asked this question. This is a podcast. Like, no, but on live every day we go on, they ask me when am I gonna propose, and it's like, no te puedo contestar. Like, no te puedo decir ahorita, si en esta fecha, oiga, like, pull up, saca tu phone, record for me, please. Like, be there, you know, or you're gonna miss it. Like, I can't answer when I'm gonna propose because vas a ver.
Now you just gotta tell them. Watch the podcast. We answer that question.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there. Has the itch came in?
Amiga, ¿no tienes comezón?
Amiga, ¿tienes comezón, sí o no?
La estoy sintiendo.
And then, what is your dream collaboration? Guys, if you guys want to collab, I totally, dude.
There's this girl.
I'm just kidding. Who's your dream collaboration?
It has to happen.
Algún día.
Cuando vengas a California, güey.
Por fin.
Is the middle place for you and Danny, no?
Yeah.
California?
Oy, Danny, are they inviting us to their pod? On our pod? Danny!
Danny.
Hey, let's get flued out.
Let's get flued
Answer the question.
Oh, ¿cuál tu dream collab?
Oh, my dream collab. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have one that I'm like, it has to happen. Like, again, I'm not as big on social media as Saira is, so I'm not like, I just like to meet people. So honestly, like, todos. Todos. No. I would just, I don't know, I think it would be neat. I don't have a particular one, but it would be neat to just collab with people because you get to know them outside of just the camera, you know? Like, you get to, you know what I mean? You get ideas or like, how do you say, like, perspectives from other, like,
what you do, so you kind of want a friend influence.
I want to, yeah, because you know,
she doesn't want to collab. You don't have amiga.
Because I can't say, you know, I really don't have one. Like, I like a lot of influencers. Everybody does different content. You know, you have I don't know. My number one. I mean, I love Berman Rock, but you know, like,
yeah, shoot your shot.
I feel like he's out of drama. He's living his best life, but I don't have one in particular, to be honest.
I would like, yeah. I've been watching YouTube since I was 8. I honestly like all the OG influencers that are in the Hispanic community. Obviously, all of them. A specific one that I could think of is Louis. I think Louis gives his energies like similar to this girl. They're both Leos. Hello. So Louis is one of them, Louis Castro, and then one of the people that are popping off right now, I guess, that I'm like, damn, that would be dope to like collab with them is Karen and Eddie.
I was gonna say Karen and Eddie.
Karen and Eddie.
I love them.
No, but the obviously there's the people that I would want to collab with, and then there's people that I actually watch, like I guess, because I like Face Rug. I'm like a Face Rug fangirl. I don't know why. Like, I used to make fun of my little sister when I used to live with them, and she would watch his little cringe challenges and stuff. I'd be like, dude, he's so cringe. Like, why this and that? And now that I'm older and I watch his videos now, I'm like, damn, that's actually dope. Like, he's really about his family. He's about his like close circle and like his out of drama, like Bretman Rock. Like, he's like really in San Diego doing his own thing, you know? And I like him. I don't know why I really like him.
Maybe it was a sign from Bosley.
Bosley.
I
wasn't gonna do today, but Bosley passed.
Yo ni sé ni de qué hablan.
You don't know Bosley?
Miriam's not. I think it's not sis.
I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy, dude. I know him.
También, who's Bosley?
El perro de Face Rug. I passed.
One last question. Since you guys do content, so you guys are content creators, do you guys spend, I know you said you spend time watching Face Rug, but other than that Face Rug, do you guys watch other creators? Do you spend time on TikTok or YouTube watching people?
You know, there was a while where I did, like, I can go and I get stuck on TikTok, like on a couple's page or YouTube on who's ever. Like, I really enjoy watching vlogs and stuff like that. But I found that myself personally, it kind of gives me like a creator block, because if I see that they did it and then I later on think of an idea, but then I'm like, oh wait, so and so, I feel like I'm copying. So sometimes I prefer not to see anything so that I could just like lo que me venga. I feel like I'm more creative that way, because lo que me venga, I overthink it less and I could be more fun with it rather than what's going on right now and like what's working right now. So I kind of stopped. I stopped because I mean, I was doing like a lot of comparing. I don't want to do that. So I stopped that pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like Sarah's the type of person that gets in her head a lot. Like, sometimes I tell her, oh, we should do this, and she'll be like, oh no, because so and so, and I'm like, I think you're thinking about it too much.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, she'll be like, oh, let's do this video. I'm like, oh, so and so did it though. Like, They literally just posted.
And I'm like, who
yesterday.
cares?
Yeah, but you know, it's because I don't know. I just I can't help it.
We're like this. We're twins.
You too?
Literally. Yeah.
Yes,
dude.
way. Like I don't know why I'm like this. I wish
It's because it's fucking rough out here, bro. It's just, I'm so
I've been
crying.
trying this like think less, do more. Like just stop overthinking and just do it. I don't know.
Period. Thank you guys so much for being on our podcast. I wanted to thank you guys for all this.
¿Cuándo va a salir o what? ¿Cuándo va a salir?
Amiga, ¿cómo se llama el podcast? Vibin' Podcast?
Yeah,
Vibing with Danny and Miriam.
Okay, I have a question, amigos. How come you guys don't have it like on your Instagram or something?
What do you mean?
What do you
Do
mean?
you guys have a link somewhere? Because I was looking for it.
Yeah, it's in at least my link tree.
It's in mine too, Danny. I don't know why you fucking say this all the time.
I don't know. It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, back to the podcast. Sorry, we sidetracked.
We sidetrack. Because I'm like, where's it at?
Oh yeah, it should be in the link tree.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but for people that are more interested in you guys, where could they find you guys?
You can find us across all platforms under Ohmadahi or Iromy with 3 M's. Don't listen to Miriam. It's not Ohmadahi. Ohmadahini or whatever. She's sending you to the wrong page. Don't search
Ohmadahi.
Ohmadahi. Ohmadahi, guys, and Iromy.
Ohmadahi and Iromy. You can also find us on OnlyFans.
What the hell? Extra income.
Dang, con razón, she quit.
Just kidding.
But guys, we'll leave everything, all their socials down in the description box if you guys want to give them a follow.
¿Nos van a invitar a la boda o qué?
Yeah.
He hasn't had that itch yet, bro. Chill.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send you something que le pique para que le dé comezón, amiga.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. No, thank you guys so much for being on here. We appreciate it. Thank you for making it happen, and mucha suerte.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for inviting us. I actually had a great time. This was fun.
Sorry about the technical issues.
It's fun to be on the other side.
I know.
Thank you.
Hopefully on the other side soon.
Yeah, you guys come to California.
Yeah, we'll see what we can make a trip. I'm actually from California, so but I'm in Arizona. I moved to Arizona, but yeah, Miriam's from Seattle.
I'm actually from Oregon, and I'm in Oregon, so that's cut that out, please cut that out. They were just like, oh yeah,
Oregon.
No, I was actually like listening when you're like, oh, we went to Seattle. I'm like, that's literally 7 hours away from me.
Seattle?
No, it's actually only 3, but the other day it was apparently 7. Sucked. But anyways,
damn.
Cuando vengan a Seattle otra vez, si no quieren venir a Oregon.
No, we do want to go.
Yeah, we do.
We do
because somebody gifted me a map that you scratch every state that you go to, and I accidentally scratched Oregon thinking that's where Seattle was at. So now I have to go to Oregon because it's bugging me that it's scratched.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've been to Oregon. Like,
Ay, amiga.
I saw it. I was like, what the fuck? Where did we go?
You went without me?
You went without me?
Did you even go to the Twilight Town in Seattle?
The Twilight Town?
Yeah, that's where Twilight was filmed.
Oh no, we didn't go, right?
No, we never been to Oregon, my love.
Oh,
No, Seattle.
Seattle, wait.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, didn't go.
Wow, y'all could have. Bella, where the hell you been at, loca? Wow, missed opportunity.
We have to go again now.
Pues ahora vienen para atrás. Ahora
We
vienen
need to
para
make a
atrás.
TikTok there.
We need to go make a TikTok there.
Period.
Nah, guys, no, seriously. Danny, it was nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice meeting you guys. Nice meeting you guys.
Ya cásate.
2 months. Yeah.
Oh, in 2 months?
Yeah, in November.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Time.
Miriam's gonna
be there.
About time. Oila.
She's she wants to know what it feels like to be on the other side.
I'm gonna be there. No, dude, soy bien chillona, bro. I love weddings.
Me too. I cry in all of them. Yeah.
Soy bien chillona. I fucking love weddings. I love weddings. I love baby showers. I love baby announcements. I love I look at my chillar. I'm there. I'm fucking there.